This is the third video in my series on spiritual self-defense. Um, what to do if you're pushed around spiritually, or in a domestic situation, yeah, in a relationship situation where you're oppressed, you're feeling that you have no or very little autonomy in your life. You have to obey a religion, obey a set of beliefs, obey a leader, obey somebody stronger than you. And the first idea I suggested was um, that you build a home in your heart, in your mind, a safe place where you can retreat to, a place that's calm and restful, and work on that, work on having that place as a permanent feature of your mental, your inner life. And then once you're there, once you have that place, is to go into it and to feel the feelings. Let the day's events play over in your head and feel and name those feelings, and even notice the sensations in your body that connect with those feelings. At that point, you're still not really ready to radically change your behavior or to defend yourself in the moment, but you're putting down the foundations, okay? What can you do next? The next thing is to, in my opinion, there are many possible options, but one thing is to defend your oppressor, the person that annoys you. Why imagine you're there to advocate. What are the excuses that you would make for them? And they probably could come quite readily because they're somehow already internalized in you. Oh, they've not got lots to do. They're busy people. They're a leader. They've got to be clear and strong. They don't mean bad. They might have bad days. They're difficult. Everyone has their faults. Sometimes it's the only way you can get through to people. Um, so, and it's not like it's a big deal anyway. It's just people speaking to you in a rough way. We need to be a bit stronger than that. So all the excuses, okay? So come out with all the excuses, and you'll find that probably quite easy to do, but just speak them out loud, notice them, okay? And then do the same with imagine there's somebody who loves you, or there is really somebody who loves you, your brother, your sister, your mother, a friend who cares about you, and say the same to them. Say the same to them, they were concerned about you and you're justifying that person's actions to them. Okay. Imagine their reactions. Probably if they do care about you, they're going to say, "What? Oh, you know, come on." But do that exercise because then you're going to have a sense that there's more than one perspective on this. That when you care about somebody, you don't like to hear excuses for bad behavior against that person. So, nobody's perfect, but if you hear this catalogue of excuses that you already have in your mind and your body for that person's bad behavior of you, and you repeat them to somebody who cares about you, you're going to get bigger perspective. You get a bit more neutral, more objective perspective. Okay, and over time, you might start to have some compassion for yourself there, and realize, you know what, actually, I'm putting up with a lot. I'm putting up with a lot. This person isn't caring about me that much if they do that on a regular basis. Okay, so we're aiming towards that place of self-compassion. You could think, yes, we all need to love ourselves in a positive way, but actually getting to that place in our feelings needs a bit of creativity. And so that's why I'm suggesting this idea of giving out the excuses and then bringing those same excuses to someone that cares about you, or imagine that someone cares about you, because that can activate new experiences, newer, deeper feelings of self-love, the right kind of self-love, compassion and self-respect. And you start to think, you know what, this isn't right. I have to do something to look after myself here. Okay. So if you don't got a foundation, if you work on this kind of technique, hopefully we're aiming towards this foundation where you're thinking, got some self-respect that I need to look after here. How you do that? Well, lots of different ways, but this is the groundwork in the feelings to get ready to build that foundation of self-respect.